Hey guys, Kuri Rinji here, once again bringing you the worst out of the VTuber community. And just being a few days into 2024, of course, there's drama, or rather, there's a lot of negative attention due to one particularly unique VTuber called Pumpkin Potion, doing a small recap of her best moments in 2023, doing a small clip showcase on X, formerly Twitter. And due to her model looking the way it does, it does stand out among a plethora of other VTuber models, which are mostly anime aesthetic or anime adjacent. But, you know, people will go after that anyway because they don't like VTubers in general. And, instead of praising Pumpkin Potion for her sense of humor, for the unique things, for the funny things she does with her model. Instead of just doing that, they go a step further and decide to completely take a big steaming poop on the anime aesthetic VTubers because those are bad. Those are evil. Those come out of Japan and all kinds of nonsensical arguments that we're gonna go through in this video. So let's take a look. And but before that, you do have to know that people talking about this, they're just gonna do it for attention usually because it's easy to get very dumb people to agree with your opinions on social media, especially on X, especially on Twitter. So let's take a look at what some of these fabulous opinions were. Y'all gassing up this generic racist white VTubers over this? Fantastic. Because racism somehow has to play into it as well. Easiest banger in my life. I just repeated what everyone else already said. Yeah, based on the previous tweets, I guess the banger also involved buying likes because, again, let's look at this 71,000 likes. Do you believe there's so many dumb people out there that would have this sort of opinion? And it's not just, buying buying like thousands of likes like on the cent because that's how cheap they are on social media platforms nowadays, be it X, be it Instagram, being TikTok, whatever. You can get anything and inflate your sense of importance by buying either followers or buying likes. I do not believe this is organic in any sort of way. But let's continue because some other people had just as good opinions as this person. Can we have less over sexualized child looking racist VTubers and more of this, please? Muting this, lol. Well, guess why? Because, when you have vile opinions like that, of course, people are gonna have a little bit of pushback to it. They do have VTubers that aren't like that, but they are so unnoticed. For real, it sucks too, because a lot of popular VTubers contribute to lolly culture, pedophilia, and sexualization of childlike qualities, but actual creative and unique VTubers go so unnoticed. I've noticed this too. I'm not very interested in VTubers in general, but most of the ones I've already seen are childlike anime characters with a person doing forced voices and making sex jokes 24/7. I really hope mine doesn't fall into that category. I don't make sex jokes or do a baby voice, but almost every person that has seen or heard me think I'm a child. The reactions when I tell them how old I am actually am, I'm pretty funny though. See, this demonstrates the whole problem of this because they're gonna be conflating anything bad, anything anime related, immediately going to construing any lolly VTubers, any not even lolicon VTubers being involved in quote unquote pedophilia. Let's not get into discussion how watered down that term has become on social media, because every single time an actual serious accusation comes out, you have to go and look at this. Is this going to involve cartoons again, or is this an actual predator? It shouldn't be like this, but these kinds of people, these that you see right in front of you, they made this happen. So you can thank them for that. But let's continue. If VTubers were this creative with their sonas instead of their generic anime-titted white girl with squeaky voice, I would watch them at least once in a while, honestly. And again, let's be honest. All of these people will not watch VTubers. They don't watch VTubers. They just want an easy dunk. And this is another post. 74k likes. Yes, I'm gonna believe again. That's completely organic, completely normal. Insanity. Oh, my science lab VTuber girl good now? It's just like the scrimbly bimbo from the hacking halls of 100 childhood. So right. He also writes, summing this up, how some of these freaking people behave. A point to you, sir. See, if most VTubers were cool ass animated characters and not white women pretending to be Japanese, I'd fuck with this concept so much harder. Sure. It doesn't matter that you again probably don't watch VTubers at all, because you know there's a lot of VTubers that have a similar aesthetic to Pumpkin Potion here. They might not be just animated. They might not be have the same level of 3D rigging, or they might not even be a 3D model. But there are plenty of VTubers like that. It's just, just have to look a little bit closer, or actually watch VTubers to know that. But that's just me, because I do actually watch VTubers. It's the Japanese part that bothers you, and not their pretending to be 12-year-old girls for an audience of grown men. Also bothers me too, but I'm not about to list every single complaint I have in a tweet. We have a word limit. Bot versus bot. So true. Wait, she's an anime girl, number 69420 VTuber. Why aren't they talked about? Because they don't watch VTubers. Pumpkin Potion is pretty popular on her own merits. Fuck him, generic. Weibo farm anime VTubers. Give me some loud, obnoxious, but funny fellers like you get an honest business. The hell do you mean? Why are all these people so against anime aesthetic when the anime aesthetic made VTubers popular in the first place? Do you think all these Japanese VTubers that made VTubing what it is today are just gonna go somewhere else? That this type of aesthetic, that isn't anime, is gonna replace something? Heck no. It's here to stay. VTubers with anime aesthetic are just growing bigger and bigger. Some of the biggest successes, like Pecora for her concert, filling out the whole freaking stadium. So, and this is just the beginning. It just might grow a little bit bigger than you think. Let's continue. What if I were to become a clown VTuber with a cartoony circus theme? Well, there would be like 100 of you available, so yeah. People that don't watch VTubers wouldn't know. Crazy that the best VTuber is still annoying. See? These people, they do not care. Because Pumpkin Potion's like sense of humor and what she does, it isn't all that different from some of the other VTubers do. Like her aesthetic is well more on the unique side, or maybe a better description of that would be less common than some other VTubers. But the sense of humor and general presentation of how she carries herself, it's similar to a lot of other people, because there's thousands upon thousands of VTubers out there. So at one point you will get someone whose personality overlaps in some cases. So yeah, that's how popular VTubing is. VTubers, if they were actually good, VTubers actually being awesome and unique for once, holy shit. Finally, a VTuber that's not a white person pretending to be Japanese while their avatar is 6,000-year-old Kitsune Loli. And of course, among these treasured opinions, we'll have to have a Palestine flag moment. It's not Ukraine flag moment anymore, it's Palestine. And let's just wait to the next conflict that online activists are going to jump on for trendy points. Then I'll shift to a different flag, and they'll shift too. But this is another Palestine flag moment brought to you by the internet. Emotional manipulation of the lonely. Angry emojis. Emotional manipulation of the lonely. Different art style. Heart eyes emojis. I don't know. If you watch it like any particular streamer, do you immediately get... I mean, do you immediately get emotionally manipulated by them? Is this the parasocial discussion once more? Because, you know, I know a lot of people, and I'm one of these people myself. I just watch VTubers for entertainment, and sure, it's an emotional reaction. It brings me happiness, like staves away a lot of boredom. But manipulation, I don't know. It's just entertainers putting on a show for people that want to watch them. So whatever. People will look you straight in the eye and tell you Moricali is better than this. Of course, among these hateful comments, there has to be someone deciding to take a dump on Kali's career too. Very common occurrence. Man, screw generic anime waifu VTubers. I want unique stylized shit like this, man. And it's another Palestine flag moment with a hashtag ceasefire now. I'm sure your fantastic opinions about VTubers online are helping that as well. But it's always the weirdest, most terminally online people with these freaking activist slogans here and there. It's so it's so generic. It's even more generic than these people are complaining about these VTubers too. Like they are their own genre. The internet activist genre with a flag in the profile picture. Let's continue. If VTuber were like this instead of generic Coomer bait anime girl with big balloon for tits or literally a child, I might give them a chance. And literally a child, I'm quite sure most of these lolly or young-looking anime VTuber models are literally children. Oh boy. I don't even know why someone doesn't bomb social media. They really should. I wonder what all of these people will actually do with their time. How else would they transmit their stupidity to other people? Would they go and get hit by a train? I mean, possibly. I mean, that would get them attention for like 2 minutes on the news. But then again, you know, they would have to go outside for that. But even without the internet, within social media, but they would be cooped up at home doing some things that do not scare them on the outside world. I love VTubers so much, but I'm definitely a part of the crowd wishing there was more creative liberty in designing your online solo like this. Of course, there's nothing wrong with wanting to be an anime character, but there's so much agency in this stuff. Why not be unique? Because even what you're presenting here is not unique anymore, because there's so many VTubers. And and you know, just being unique and being a VTuber, just having a quote unquote unique model for your VTuber is not essentially a key to success. You can be the most creative model out there, you can be the most beautiful model out there, but without the personality to carry that, without the charisma to attract people, without a work ethic to actually stream regularly to attract an audience, build a fan base, that takes a lot of work. And just being unique, no, it's not a key to success. And saying that other people don't have agency because they aren't unique, I don't know, man. I've seen all kinds of VTubers, even some whose aesthetics kind of don't work, like a little mishmash of things slapped together, like just slapdash thing. someone spitball an idea and a VTuber came out of it. Some things that just simply do not work, at least according to my opinion, because I do have my own, preferences for aesthetics when it comes to VTubers. But some of them just don't work. Doesn't matter how unique they are. Sure, the people that made them have their own agency and they wanted them to be like that. But yeah, some of these things just don't work and aren't immediately transferable to success as an online entertainer. I just came across this tweet and I just gotta ask, why don't we normalize the existence of VTuber models like this instead of the large-chested anime-looking defaults? Because I love seeing people do something creative with their models, and this is a prime example of it. Normalize. Again, VTubers have been made popular because of the anime aesthetic. And the fact you want to normalize things, you can't force normalization of anything. It's just, about the general acceptance of something that becomes a fact. That's how normalization works. It's not like, can we please force this normalization? Can we please force this to be normal and more more often encountered in the wild when it comes to VTubing? No, you cannot do that because VTubers stem from the anime aesthetic. They started off with anime aesthetic, and that's what got popular in the beginning. And it's not going anywhere. It's just the way it is. If more VTubers try different stuff like this sort of degenerate anime slop, I mean, not hate the whole concept so much. Yeah, sure, degenerate anime slop. Um, I'm quite waiting for the person to call Pumpkin Potion racist because she uses like a 20s or 30s cartoon aesthetic, and guess what was prominent in those years? Blackface. Evil blackface was there. And just because you decide to promote that particular time in human history, you're racist too. This happened with Cuphead, by the way. I'm not picking this up. They were trying to accuse the developers of Cuphead that have aesthetic like this of being racist because blackface existed, and people needed to know that these people decided to play into that part of human history, and because blackface existed means that these developers are racist because they promote a time in human history that was very racist. Oh, I wish I wish some people didn't have the internet, but they do. How am I learning about this person? Fuck all the other VTubers with no style. We need more cool peeps like this. Well, how are you learning about this person? Because you don't watch VTubers. And I've been through your profile. I know you don't. You never talk about VTubers. And the only reason that you see this person right now is because this social media post got a lot of attention. The algorithm is pushing it to you because it got so popular. That's why. That's the reason why you're seeing this right now. So please don't give me that. My face when generic anime VTuber propped up by big company gets more views than this. Well, these big company VTubers, they again made VTubing what it is today. They made it popular, and they're still the stick when it comes to measuring of what you can do with VTubers in terms of expanding your popularity in terms of how far you can get with it. And copycats can just sieve forever. And lastly, finally, a VTuber with a personality. That doesn't matter that there's plenty of and this is not a slight against Pumpkin Potion like whatsoever, but there are a lot of VTubers that behave like Pumpkin Potion here. And the fact that you just found a VTuber whose aesthetic you like, that means they automatically get a personality, while these other quote unquote generic VTubers don't have it because anime bad. Thing good, Japanese thing bad. But for right now, it's everything, and I hope to see you on the next one. Granted, a bit too much this time.